served 295 families who otherwise would have never been able to have toys for their children. And not only did they get toys for their children, but they also learned the love of Jesus Christ. They heard the gospel and they walked off with the message of Jesus. One of the stories that really touched my heart was a company that called us up 2 days before the Christmas shop and said, we'd like to donate about 100 backpacks. Would you be able to take them? Absolutely. And the truck driver that came, he was really, really touched. I was so touched by what you did. I went to Walmart and spent $200 on toys, and I want to donate them. And it was great. And I said to him, we talked about it, and he goes, as a kid, I was a recipient of a charity that brought toys because we were a very poor family. And he said, I just love what Action is doing, not only by sharing the gospel, but by giving dignity to the families that come. And I would just like to thank all the churches and organizations that donated and participated and volunteered in our shop, where you served so many families and made so many families happy. Thank you.
I'd like to say a quick thank you to our volunteers. Volunteers like the one couple that we had, that she took a child that didn't get to see Santa and spent one-on-one time with them, went and saw Santa. The child was hungry, got the child something to eat, sitting there with the child. Mom comes up, breastfeeding the baby. They found a special spot for her. In the meantime, the husband is volunteering in the kitchen and making pasta and doing all this, and he comes out with the extra pasta and talks to a dad and says, can you use some food? Gives him some food. It turns out all of these people were from one family, and they had a good conversation, blessings. The volunteers are going to come back and actually serve on our lead team this next year because they felt the blessing themselves of what it is to serve. So we just want to thank everybody for all the volunteers. We had over 250 volunteers to serve 186 guests this year.
There's a woman who came out of the shop just in tears, just sobbing, and her parent who was there said, what are you crying for? And her reaction was, I've never been loved like this before. I didn't know that this was love. Now I know that God's love is different than the things and the choices I've made in the past. So thank you for being a part of Action and for sharing in the Christmas shop.
Was in the prayer classroom and I was praying with the lady, and her request was that she be reunited with her dad after 10 years of not being able to talk to him or see him. And she left Mexico when her mother died, and she came and got toys for her kids and said, can you just pray with me that I can talk to my dad one more time before he goes? And the personal shopper said, absolutely, of course. So they prayed together and they hugged at the end of the prayer. And the personal shopper tried to pull away, and the lady wouldn't let go. And she said, wait, you feel like my mom. You're warm and you're loving and you're caring, and I can see that in you. And I don't know what it is, but can we just hug just a little bit longer? And the personal shopper was just in tears. That God would be able to work through her like that, just with a hug. So
we just want to say thank you to all the churches and businesses for joining us and being a part of this event, because it's with your involvement that we can share stories and have experiences like this one lady in the personal shopper, and it wouldn't happen without you. So we just say thank you.
Thank you.